Hey, replacement fans, we're here in the studio location for the first time. Yay!
Look at how beautiful it is!
So we'd really like to thank our friends at TalkSportsDrinkBeer.com for providing the studio location today.
And please let us know how beautiful you think it is as well, because we love it. We're super excited to be here.
For the first topic today, there will be no living with Miranda for another year.
All right, I have to say, congratulations to the Iowa State Cyclones. You did pull out the win. Was it the prettiest one? No. We all know it wasn't. But the Hawkeyes were much uglier, uniforms and all. And let's be honest, we had 3 turnovers within their red zone, and I had about 3 panic attacks. If you guys could stop doing that, it would make me feel so much better. But shout out to Aaron Horn. He did wonderful, as well as Steele Jant. So congratulations, Cyclones. I'm very proud of you, as well as the rest of the state, for the 2nd year in a row.
Moving over to our next game, even though it was the only week with no 2 ranked opponent matchups, It was upset city all over the place.
This week was terrible for upsets. It was all over the board.
Awful. It was like that one weekend in November where, I don't know, I blacked out. So basically, Arkansas lost 34-31 in overtime by a kick to Louisiana Monroe. Okay, you don't know who this team is either. Basically, let me tell you that they are the cupcake team that we play for senior weekend way late in November or early on in the season, like Arkansas. They paid them $500,000.
Just so you can get a win. Like,
exactly.
Get a win. And the last time that a team has dropped this low in the polls now has been since 2007 with Michigan. So, good job, Arkansas. We're really proud of you.
Go Hogs? I don't even know what happened. Okay, yeah. Moving on.
Another game that was finally a team that pulled out the win was Georgia, and this game was terrible. I mean, the entire first half was going back and forth, sloppiest playing ever. Georgia finally pulled it together in the second half and won by, I believe, about 20 points, but it was a really bad opener for Mizzou into the SEC.
It was really sloppy football. I really couldn't wait for Georgia to have the ball again so that Mizzou could intercept it. I mean, like when they're throwing the ball back and forth to each other, that's not SEC football. That's not SEC football at all. That's Georgia football playing down to the other opponent's level. I appreciate Mizzou's effort. I really think they had the game won actually in the very first half. But the second half came in and Georgia, I don't even know what happened, if they drank some Harry Potter juice or what, but they won.
And I think the only player on Mizzou's team right now that people can watch out for is LaDainian Robinson. I mean, he did a really good job for Mizzou, but other than that, there was no one special to be keeping your eye out for.
All right, so then we have the Pac-12 actually doing amazing yesterday.
I mean, who would have thought?
I mean, and the whole state of Arizona is not known for football by any means.
No.
But for some reason, both of those teams ended up doing really well.
Yeah. So Arizona beat Okie State yesterday. Shocking 59-38 score. No, literally, there are no words to describe this. We just gave you the score, and that's pretty much it.
I just have to say, for Oklahoma State, since you lost to Arizona, please don't ever ask for a BCS national championship game ever again. Like, please. That's right. Roll Tide. We got the game over you, and that's why, because we wouldn't have lost to Arizona.
And the thing was, there were so many plays that I was watching where Okie State couldn't even read Arizona. Like, they looked like a bunch of, like, middle school kids, like, running around the field like, we don't know what to do. Like, offense couldn't read, defense couldn't read. It was just a scary, scary game for Okie State. Very disappointing.
I think this is just a big example, though, of a lot of teams looking ahead to their next week opponent and thinking that they can skip over the cupcake team. You can't. You need to go into every single game with the same amount of preparedness.
Absolutely. Our next game was Oregon State versus Wisconsin, and Whiskey lost 10-7.
Whiskey never loses, as far as I'm concerned.
But they did this week. They rallied in the fourth quarter. I really thought they could have pulled it together, but it was 3 points shy, and it was just Not a good game.
Okay, in terms of losses, though, a 3-point loss, really not that bad.
Not that bad.
In
but
comparison to, 59-38.
Right. Not that bad, but in the books, it's still a win or a loss.
This is true.
And you lost.
All right.
So, the only other thing that really disappointed me about that game was Monty Ball. He did not have a single rush that went for more than 15 yards. And this game, since he didn't score a touchdown, stopped his 21-game streak of always getting a touchdown. So, sorry, Monty Ball.
We're not doing the Heisman for you this week.
No.
The next game we had that we were loving, by the way.
Really surprised.
Bringing it over to the west side of Los Angeles. UCLA beating Nebraska.
I thought Nebraska was going to sweep this game, but
Yeah.
UCLA surprised us. Their redshirt freshman quarterback, Brent Henley, gave credit to his defense for really winning the game for them, but like we were talking about earlier, there's not that many new players on the team other than a few, so it's really just the same players and a new coach.
Yes. And all I have to say about that is that is a testament to what a bad coach Rick Neuheisel really was. Because if you have the same core players, but all of a sudden you start beating teams like Nebraska, maybe Nebraska got a little worse. Or maybe you just have a good coach now. So either way, props to UCLA. Go Bruins.
Good job, Bruins.
Totally love it.
You get our applause this week.
Yes.
Then something else that I just think is completely silly is USC is still at number 2 in the AP polls. And you almost lost. Like, by halftime, everyone thought that Syracuse, the Big Orange, who we talked about last week,
Number 1 in passing in the nation going into this game.
Yeah. I literally stayed late at the bar to watch this game because I was like, oh my god, they're going to win. But no, it didn't happen. USC did pull out the win, but how they're staying ranked number 2 in the nation when you're almost losing to Syracuse just baffles my mind. So they have a lot to prove.
I just think that the rest of their schedule is going to be a little rough when they have all of this trouble with somebody like Syracuse. Yes, they're number 1 in the nation in passing, but they're Syracuse. So
you hold it to your place in our heart, Syracuse, but we know you're not a football school. So USC, you have a lot to prove, and Barkley, you're still not impressing us that much. So.
No, and in my opinion, LSU should take number 2.
Completely.
Yeah. That's our opinion. We're entitled to it. America.
Go America.
All right.
So this week, what we're going to do is show you guys all of our individual picks of the games we think you should watch on our individual videos. So make sure that you stay tuned and watch both of our videos, and we love hearing from you. So let us know what you think, give us your opinions, and we're going to tell you who we think is going to win and who's going to lose. So
yes.
Look forward to that.
And keep in touch with us on Twitter and our Instagram. We live picture update.
We had a lot of this going on the Instagram this weekend.
A lot of some game day boobs and some other fabulous things. We also live tweet during the games as well. So stay tuned for some great commentary and some really good individual picking of games that you should watch and their upsets this weekend.
Bye guys, thanks for watching.
Roll Tide.
Go State.